Howdy folks, it's Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician, making another video for you out of Boise, Idaho. And I am now working on a 2009 Honda Accord. I'm going to be putting a new AC system in it, so that means a new AC compressor, condenser, expansion valve, all the O-rings, all that other good stuff in it. We also found when we were doing, just kind of the initial diagnosis that the passenger side fan was not coming on, so we also have a new fan. So what I'm going to do to start this job is I'm going to go in and go ahead and get the condenser replaced. I've got a new condenser over there to do it. So first off, to start, just some really cool information here. I'm just a one-man band, even though I have a large shop nowadays and whatnot. I'm just doing my own thing. So if you're like me and you're trying to do your own thing, professional or not, and you're doing an AC job, find a local shop that for $75 to about $125, depending upon where you're at and who you ask, will remove or recover the Freon out of the system before you start the job. Do not blast Freon out into the air or anything like that. The only other option you have would be to connect a valve here and then connect a hose to it and remove the Freon into like an empty propane tank or something like that, and then take it to a shop and have them dispose of it. Bottom line is, for $75 to $125, you can find somebody with a recovery machine to remove the Freon for you. So once you've done that, the next thing that you want to do, and I've already kind of gone ahead and done it, and that's mainly because I was looking at this fan to make sure it really was not working before I went ahead and replaced it, and it's not, is you're going to want to remove your car is going to look like this if you haven't started yet. So you're just going to go in here and pop all the plastic tabs out and remove that out. Okay, and I've got all mine set aside there. And then you've got your air duct, your air tube, okay? Now, normally, to get down in here much easier, I would just completely remove the battery. However, this battery has got something funky going on with it, so I don't want to touch that. I don't want to mess with that. So I'm just going to disconnect it so, nothing's hot while I'm in here working and all that other good stuff. And we're going to go down there, okay? So you want to remove your fans. You want to remove your coolant reservoir, okay? And that's just a snap-in deal, all right? Just, don't force it, but, just with a little bit of love, a little bit of elbow grease, that'll pull right out of there. So you pull that out of there, wiggle that out of there. You've got two 10-millimeter bolts here for your fan. Get your fan out. Then we're going to go in here. There's a 10-millimeter bolt there. We're going to get our air duct removed, and then I'll show you what we're going to do to remove this fan. All right, now then, what you're going to do next is you're going to remove your hose clamp here, okay? And then go ahead and remove your radiator cap and go down here, and you'll see your pit cock to drain your radiator. Drain your radiator down about halfway. Or I'd say about a quart of fluid out. Now I have a pan down there. I have a pan down there to catch everything. Alright, and that's because it'll minimize the mess you're going to make, because you need to remove your upper radiator hose. Okay, so remove your upper radiator hose. You've drained it down a little bit, so you're good there. If you don't drain it, it's going to pour out here onto your fan, and you don't want that. So go ahead and do that, and then I just move it aside. Now, I went ahead down here and just removed that bolt out, and I tucked my air duct down and out and away, so that way I can just remove my fan. So now I'm going to go and remove these two 10mm bolts, and I'm going to get this fan out of here. Alright, so now I have a good fan. I'm going to take that good fan, actually I'm going to set that up here. Okay, so the good fan has been removed, and now you can see what that looks like. And you can also see that I have cardboard shoved down in here. And in case any of you are wondering why I have cardboard shoved down in here, that's because the next step is going to be to remove the radiator mounts and brackets to allow the radiator to lean forward so we can gain access down in there to the AC condenser. And the cardboard is going to keep the fins on the radiator safe. So anytime I'm messing around with the radiator, doing a water pump or anything like that, I always like just to shove some cardboard down in here, and it pretty much ensures that you won't damage the radiator fin. So just another little tip and trick there for you. Some people agree with it, some people don't. So it is what it is. So now I'm going to go ahead and remove my radiator brackets so I can get in and start accessing the condenser. Okay, now you can see that you can push your radiators forward, and here is your AC condenser. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go where the bracket is right here, right on the other side. See if I can get you a light. Right there, right here. Same for the other side, and right there. Those are going to be the two bolts that will allow you to release the condenser. So that's what we're going to go after next, are those two 10mm bolts. All right. Now then, we've got our radiator pushed forward. We went in and we removed our brackets, and while we were at it, we also went ahead and disconnected the condenser per the AC lines from the AC system. So that's going to be on your passenger side. So I'm pretty sure that if you got to this point, once you got those removed, you could see that you could push your condenser forward just enough so that you could easily get in there and get your lines disconnected. Now you need to make sure that you put new O-rings on these lines down there. And then bottom line is, you just need to reinstall your condenser in the exact same way that it came out. Now you need to and have to reinstall your condenser next before you go after your AC compressor, because you need all of this back out of the way so you have the room that you need to work down there. So let's see if we can get our AC condenser installed. With my new AC kit comes new Schrader valves, expansion valves, proper PAG oil for the AC compressor, and then also very important, new O-rings. And these are the O-rings, the nitrile green O-rings. It's very important to change those out. So I'm going to go ahead and change those out now. All right, let's see what we have here. We've got this guy. That matches. And we've got this guy. So we got two new O-rings there. All right, so now as you can see, I've now got my new condenser set down in there. I've got my new O-rings on my lines there. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to seal this up. I'm going to reconnect that. I'm going to put my brackets back on, starting with my condenser brackets and my radiator brackets. All right, so now if you're following along with me, you should be to the point to where you have your brackets back in, your condenser is fully reinstalled. Now you can remarry your radiator back, so all we need to do is reinstall our radiator brackets. All right, guys, and that now concludes the installation of the new condenser. So now we just need to go in and remove the compressor. And as you can see, I've got everything set up now so I can get down in here and work, get my lines removed, my upper two bolts removed, and my lower 2 bolts removed. In order to get to the bolts on the bottom, you are going to have to jack the car up. Sometimes it helps to remove the passenger side tire, remove the shroud or the covering underneath it, and then get the 2 bolts out from underneath it. So it is a little bit of a hassle. So this is a good stopping point for me. So that's where I'm going to stop for today, is getting that condenser replaced. And then the next video I'll show you is how to replace your compressor. Alrighty, folks. Well, hey guys, I really appreciate everybody supporting me, watching my channel, and coming to hang out and all that other good stuff. I really hope this video helps you out. If you have any questions, shoot them to us in the comments. Myself or other members of the channel we'll definitely see them, and we'll do our best to answer your questions. Other than that, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm trying to get the channel numbers up once again, so if you could help me out on that and also share this video, I'd greatly appreciate it. This is Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician, signing off.